expands its strikes on the Iranian-backed group Hezbollah in Lebanon. Iran's Red Crescent says more than 1,000 Iranians have been killed in the war so far. Richard joins us now live. Richard, let's go back to that Iranian attack at Turkey. A NATO member now raises the stakes here.
Hey, good morning. Hey, welcome.
The attack on Turkey is a major escalation, and it's not the only one. Cyprus has been hit right now. Fighting is raging across the Israel-Lebanon border. A senior former U.S. military official told me, once you start a fire, you cannot control it.
That's not true. I have control burns all the time. Yeah, jeez.
I think they just got bombed, number one. They did it.
What's that? Oh, yeah, it's very plain to see. So, yeah, a lot of people in class are recognizing what's happening here over the years with cases when you look into these traveling bans and businesses. Right, and you have a lot of drugs and information, people, blah, blah, blah. Right, so over the years, as you can see, what's his name? Michael Francesi. Yeah, he just did one with all those FBI agents. He literally sat in a room surrounded by FBI agents questioning them about those kind of investigations and the arguments over the years, because a lot of citizens and people within those communities over the years, especially in the last 10 to 15 years, it's gotten so bad and pathetic and disgusting. Wow, it's really bad. Actually, it got really bad. I think it's getting better in some sense. Because when you call it out, you know, the kids with their hand in the cookie jar, right, some start to pull back a little bit, and others go, oh, look, they're scared, and they got to pull their hands out because of their positions, but we don't, right? They can't say it or take it, but we can say it. We can take it. They're calling you out. So those third parties almost pin those parties against each other, getting them calling each other out, because then they can go and get all the stuff from the cookie jar when they're calling each other out. You know what I mean? Right, so these games have been being played with a lot of those things in the different levels. So when you understand that sometimes within those drug investigations, maybe some arrests are made, and people are like, yeah, no shit. You're spreading drugs all over the place. You're doing prostitution stings, this and that. It's pathetic. It's disgusting and it's stupid. I know, it's almost become a cover for a lot of the crimes because they know they're going to get away with it because they're there on assignment. Yeah, so anyway, of course, you're peddling those kind of drugs in our communities. Some of the kids are going to do those drugs, especially the public school kids, right? Right, yeah, because you don't mess with the rich kids that are trafficking it to those youngsters, do you? And sometimes the FBI agents, they're the ones with the stashes and they're peddling it. Right, because then that helps them just see different activity, where stuff's going, other involvements people might have with things. Oftentimes they uncover credit card scams and stuff that's way more infractionable than the drugs. Right, I mean, you would think what they were doing, the initial deals to get it on the street, it's like, that's way worse than the little frickin' $20 deals those kids are doing because they think it's cool, because you have people like Joe Rogan and Kid Rock and all my heroes at the methadone clinic all promoting this stuff. It's fucking sick. People have been disturbed by this shit for years. And then it just turns into, they're trying to take our freedoms. They don't want us to have fun. And shove our asses in your face. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. It's absolutely fucking incredible. Right, so just like a lot of those FBI investigations and things like that, sometimes some of the agents and people do fucked up shit when you're getting into these prostitution strings and they're befriending people in these communities and you have all these political ploys going on and people working for themselves too, right? They see these golden opportunities and these rich communities that they're sending people into to get the bad guys out of there. It's a nice community. We got to get those cartel people out of there, you know? Whatever it is. Right, I mean, when you look at the Jeffrey Epstein and Dollywood and Ghislaine Maxwell and P. Diddy and all these different islands and business and setups, you start to see how that works. And there's no separation to us, whether you're way down on the bottom level or way up at the top. Yeah, that doesn't mean, for some people, yeah, they give you more credit and they treat you nicer. You might be a better person in their eyes because you have more money and you can do more for them. Right, see, we don't understand that. We see other people that kind of have that mindset. I don't understand it. I think it's totally fucked up and inhumane. I don't understand how people become that way. I really don't. No, it's the most disgusting display that you're ever going to see. I mean, some seek the beautiful, you know? Some don't seek it at all, you know? They just let things be. Oh, that was cool. Oh, that's so beautiful. Funny. Wait, I mean, do you have to seek it out? Yes, exactly. Right, so when you see how some of those stings, what happens, and then when you have some of the agents do things maybe they're not supposed to do, it happens. You see it all the time. You get arrested. Just arrested someone from the Navy Guard, murdered his fucking wife. National Guard. When I say Navy Guard. Well, I'm not wearing pantyhose. Right, so sometimes agents, police officers, people from the National Guard, doctors, lawyers, they do some sick shit, don't they? In fact, you see sicker shit up at those levels because they have access to more powerful things, sleepy medicine. You know, they had to stop selling chloroform on the internet back in 2012 because of these very cases and what's going on with these children. And I'm telling you right fucking now, the proper authorities need to wake the fuck up. And they need to report what's happening here with my children. I have 4 children here at the Governor Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine. My name is Mary. My youngest 2 were in the hands of sick murderous pedophiles. They were vaccine injured in 2013. It's not a fucking conspiracy, people. These things have long well been known. And they tried to tell them. So did I. And they didn't want to listen. Why some people might be predisposed to having injuries from the vaccines. Why the vaccines are actually totally useless and causing more harm than good. And they don't want to accept this, and they put fear into people, and they started calling us Nazis. This was actually back in 2006. when my first child was vaccine injured. I was diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease. Now, whether or not that Lyme disease and the bacterial overload with which I had contracted over the years came from improperly cooked meat, meat that had been injected with a lot of bullshit. You know, remember back the growth hormones and all these different strains of stuff? Right, this has gotten so fucking out of hand with these businesses too, and how all you sick fucks promote all the fucking bovine colostrum, Botox bullshit. You sick fucking people. What the fuck is the matter with you people? Especially the ones out of our military. Fucking kimchi. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking bitch. Are you fucking kidding me? Why don't you grab some of your hose and actually do something to help fucking people? Nasty fucking people spending tax dollar money to fucking go around vacationing and propping up fucking pieces of shit and selling you fucking vinegar. Wow. Go figure, huh? Go figure. So yeah, carry on with all that. Congratulations, everybody. I mean, you're really great at what you do. Take a bow, really. Unfucking believable. We've been dealing with these loops and groups and traveling bands and marketing schemes our whole life. All is fine and dandy. What we have a problem with is punks fucking our children and these pieces of shit protecting them because they don't want all their bullshit to be exposed, and they're meddling. The state workers, the involvements with these trafficking lines, the over-medicating of children, pushing these drugs on our children, trying to stop people seeing the light, getting them medicated early. Fear the weed, dude. Fear them. I'd fear them if I were you. Yeah, but I mean, you can't. You gotta go along with what they say if you want to keep getting your Steam and Roblox cards, right? Right, so when they created Robloxes, remember back in the day, Pizzagate and all that stuff was going on? Right, and so the Steam, I remember David Seaman, and he was really heavily involved. He put out a lot of videos about the Pizzagate stuff and Maddie McCain and all that. Right. So then the Steam, remember they were complaining because there were a lot of kids on there? And then people were getting in trouble for talking to youngsters. Well, I didn't know, and they said they were this. So, right, so they created this other app. Right, so you had to be at least 13 to go on Steam or to get a VR or do any of that stuff, right? Makes sense. Well, did your parents say it was okay? Oh, okay, then it's okay then. Why can't I have cool parents like that? Their parents said it was okay. Yeah, well, their parents are fucking stupid, and you just watch what happens to that kid. Let's keep an eye on him. Right, you know what? The kid's doing good. Can we do something to make that kid fuck up? Or I'm going to look like a dickhead to my kid, and they're going to get upset with me and say, see? They're doing okay. Right? I know, it's just these fucking nasty games these rich people have been playing. Right, those guys at PBD Podcast, they could probably explain a lot of that stuff to you. I mean, they got a 4-star panel there that hits all 4 personalities, you know? Pretty smart, huh? So anyways, hopefully, the proper authorities help our children. My name is Mary. We are at the Augusta Governor John Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine. I have 4 children here. My youngest 2 are in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles who tried to kill me, who vaccinated my children behind my back in 2013. And they can't talk and tell you the abuse they were going through. I don't even want to think about what they've been going through to this day and how people try to act like they're well taken care of. That's the fucking thing you need to realize. We've done these cases our whole lives. We've seen these fucking sick cases handfuls of times where it's this bad. Okay, and those kids usually get tortured and killed and abused till they die. And if you push it too much and people actually start to wake up and are going to take them to court and try to get the kids away from them, they usually wind up dead in a murder-suicide before it hits the courtroom. Yeah, so if you remember, that's why I said I will not fucking see you in court. And the fucking proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine need to help these fucking kids and anyone else in the world listening. If you have a voice and you want to help speak out for these concerns and these children and what these sick fucking traveling bans have been doing and how they've been putting a lot of our communities in danger with their rhetoric and bullshit and protests, pro-lifers, bloody pants, hot dogs on their head, fucking stupid, ridiculous bullshit, and I can't believe fucking people go along with it. It's so fucking disgusting and disturbing. And just the fact that our public school systems and the teachers and people that are all caught up in it, right, and then you're looking to mainstream and other people that influence these lines and promote and take advantage of the public school systems, right, when you have those groups that people have been complaining about for years, because there's what, about 30,000 private schools and about 100,000 public schools here in the States? Right, so when you understand these traveling bands of rich people and how they work, it's not all of them. It's really just the ones that are, you know, the cool ones, trafficking the drugs and... Right, but they do it in a professional way, and they don't peddle to the kids on the street, man. No, they just peddle to big dealers. They peddle it to the kids. Right, exactly. So they don't, hey, it's not their fault if some of the people that they deal it to scatter it on the streets. Like you didn't know that was going to happen. You just pretend like you didn't know, right? I know, they don't like it either. They see him dealing to the kids on the street. Sometimes they try to take out those people. Like, that guy's going to get us all busted. Right, well, you want to make sure you're working with people that can support themselves, that they're not going to do anything stupid to try to make a few extra bucks. Yeah. Yeah, so do you have any other questions, comments, or concerns? Right, any suggestions as to how we can help these children without breaking the law? Because from what we can see, our only option is to do what? And so if we snap and do that, because a lot of people say that I'd kill that motherfucker and take his head off. I know people suggest that all the time without breaking the law. Okay, we're trying to get this exposed because that's what happens oftentimes in these cases. And then it doesn't get exposed. No one ever looks at the abuse. You have all these people profiting from the dismay. Put a jar on the counter. Pay for the funeral. How fucking pathetic, huh? Right. Yeah. Oh, I'm good, thanks. How are you? Good morning. It's about 3:15 here. Right, and then when you see how these punks that are getting away with a lot of that stuff in the higher class areas, that's all associated to a lot of the fraud, Somalian fraud, the immigration fraud, the Chinese and Mexican grow operations, how that's all heavily connected to where some of the worst abuse takes place, and then people are all caught up with that stuff and their own fucking lives and safety and investigations, and we're like, can we help the fucking kids here? And then people don't want to believe it's true, and then we become a target for being a Karen and accusing a nice person. Oh yeah, everyone's a child molester. Everyone's a child molester. Can we make these guys stop making out in front of me? I don't care if your kids are being fucked and tortured. These guys are kissing next to me. They told my kid to wear a pink shirt. They threw a rock at my building. They shot at my house. They killed one of my radio people. They killed one of my journalists. They killed... How about you wake the fuck up and help these kids and innocent people will stop getting killed, Mr. Jones. All right. Much love, health, and peace, all.